Hello and welcome back to another part of Shadow Piece. Today we are going to change the mental fortitude of many characters and we'll show how the raid will change with these scenarios. So let's get right into it. Onigashima is only 15 minutes away from the Flower Capital and the Tobiroppo members have been defeated. Battles still continue across the entire island, however. Even with all of the commanders, Queen and Jack and King are still standing, but the lower commanders have all been defeated, or some headliners even defected on the other side because of Tama's abilities. But even with all of that happening, the Beast Pirates are still fighting. Here I have to add that many of these battles that are happening right now are the exact same as the canon versions. So I will skip over them basically, because I don't need to repeat what Oda already did. This what if scenario is basically only what I changed and what is important in that scenario because of that. So some battles that are going to be skipped include are these here. Raizo versus Fukurokujo, even though that's the best battle in the entirety of Wano. Killer versus Hawkins and Kid and Law versus Big Mom. All of these basically stayed the same as canon, so they are not worth it to talk over. But let's get started. On the performance floor, however, our story continues. Talking about our story. My completely original story, One Piece Our Story, is progressing with planning as well. All the arcs and sagas have been some sort planned out and I know what's going to happen. Let me tell you, the four main characters are ready to venture out into the North Blue. And because it takes place at the same time as Luffy's adventure, let's see what's going on in North Blue when Luffy sets out. But for now, let's keep One Piece Our Story, or my original story, for some other time, and let's continue to see what King and Queen are doing in our good old performance floor. Those two are rampaging around, mercilessly killing both the traitorous Beast Pirates and members of the Alliance. With Absalom being overwhelmed and Marco exhausted, this entire situation is not looking too good, because Marco has kept both of them occupied for a long time, and Absalom, well, he is strong, but without Marco actually helping him a lot, he can't keep both of these all-stars basically in control. So here Absalom tries. He looks around only to see Ryuma teaching some of the Alliance samurai how to fight and all of these things. He would like to scream at the zombie or the sword god there to help him or something, but that kind of goes against his ego as well, because he's the commander and he can't just scream at someone else to help him. So he instead focuses on Queen, continues to fighting against that. Perospero continues to fight against Pedro. Wanda and Carrot are knocked out on the ground and Pedro is the only one keeping them safe. Pedro is exhausted, however. Not only has he fought against Perospero for a while already, while he was doing that, he had to make sure that all of these candy arrows, candy attacks, and all of these other things don't hit the two unconscious minks, and that has taken quite the toll on him. Perospero obviously noticed this during the battle, and in a moment of Pedro's carelessness, he sends down a volley of candy arrows. And Pedro doesn't have much chance to do anything. He can parry some of them with his sword and but most of them he has to block with his body to make sure that Carrot and Wanda don't die from these things. He kneels over. He has lost too much blood in this fight. Not only will he die, but he couldn't even protect yet another pair of minks. Just like Zeppo all these years back on Whole Cake Island that was already killed by Big Mom and Perospero combined basically. Perospero forms a candy axe and takes the swing. Pedro sees his life flashing before his eyes, but then, cling! The axe makes a metallic sound as it got blocked by a katana. Nekomamushi arrived just in time, seeing his people on the ground. Pedro barely remaining conscious. Goro nya nya nya. Seems I made it just in time. You may rest now, Pedro, but don't die just yet. The dawn of the world you talked about is not here. The samurai Ryuma was teaching were confronted by a king. However, Marco is able to hold off the attack. Ryuma looks at the scared samurai. He thinks of their potential and their future role of protecting Wano. But for now, he thinks to himself, I guess I have to fight one last time. He smirks as he casually slashes at King. And while this is happening, simultaneously Absalom attacked Queen with a bicycle Raiju kick, jumping off the ground and stomping with both feet into Queen's stomach, while generating lightning from the speed of the attack. Ryuma states that once this battle is over, he will personally make sure that Wano will be unbeatable, and no scummy pirate like the Beast Pirates will ever take over his home island ever again. Absalom says that Moria will show the world what true shadows can do, and both of them are confident that this battle will end in their victory. The two lead performers soon stand back up. After Ryuma's and Absalom attacks, they are hurt, but they are not on the ground yet, with Queen recommencing the battle with a barrage of lasers. As the two Thriller Bark pirates dodge the shots, Ryuma observes Absalom carefully. After a quick exchange, Absalom reveals that he felt strange since some time ago, like his body feels more natural to him, like something changed. While Absalom is checking his body, Ryuma blocks an attack from King meant for the Dark Prophet. The Thriller Bark commander quickly returns the favor by defending the sword god from Queen's bridal grabber. So now they're even again. As Absalom increases the output of his animal muscles, Queen thinks that Absalom either has some sort of chimera devil fruit, because Absalom has seen all kinds of abilities. He has the powers of a gorilla, he has the powers of a lion, the power of I think a hippo as well, and then there's also his invisibility. All of these things scream that he might have some sort of devil fruit that give him these different powers, but Absalom doesn't hide what's actually going on. He reveals that Dr. Hogback turned him into a beast. But now he will use this monster power not only to make himself stronger and sure that he can defend himself, he will use this power to defend the people and rescue the people of Wano. As Ryuma dashes towards King, the Wildfire's blade reveals a gimmick he hasn't shown before yet, and his sword turns into a sword breaker. We all know what a sword breaker does. Normally it makes sure that swords from the person he's attacking get thrown away, or the person can't continue holding them. But with this, he tries to disarm Ryuma, as I said. But the sword god has battled all his life, and now, even after death, he has continued to battle against new opponents. There is no sword trick he doesn't know of, and thus Ryuma is able to basically parry the attack or counter so that he doesn't get disarmed and can keep both of his swords in his hands, both Shusui and Enma. King follows up with a punch, however, that Ryuma manages to block mostly, before showing an angry face. Swordsmen are supposed to use only their swords, or sword techniques, because there are also swordless fighting techniques that are considered sword techniques. A normal punch, however, is disgraceful to a true battle between swordsmen. In the distance, Marco thought back to the story Whitebeard told him about the land of the gods, when Izo rescued him from some beast pirates, because he thinks maybe the story is connected to King. Izo carries back Marco, making sure that he gets out of the fight and not hurt anymore. And the samurai realize that they are way too weak to help the Thriller Bark pirates in their battles. Instead, they start to suppress the other beast pirates and prevent them from interfering in the Thriller Bark All-Star battle. Now, as the fight continues, Hyogoro and Kawamatsu can't help themselves but feel in awe of Ryuma's sword style. Never in their life did they think that the swordsman would return to Wano, not only being alive, but also bringing the sword Shusui back that was taken from them all these years back. And when they think about it, obviously they know that Moria took the swords together with the corpse of Ryuma, but now he's back here helping them to free them, so they kind of need to overlook it, I guess. So Ryuma is here to bring back the country's freedom like he once did all these years in the past, all these decades, all these millennia in the past. Meanwhile, on the second floor, Jack fights against Inuarashi, throwing him at the corpse of Ashura Doji. Ino sees the dead body of his comrade and claims that he is ready to die if that means the dawn of the world will come. He steps in a sliver of moonlight, transforming into his Sulong form. At the front of Onigashima, Carrot and Wanda regain their consciousness to see Nekomamushi fight against Perospero in his Sulong form. Neko starts talking to Pedro like Pedro already has died, making Carrot and Wanda look at the heavily blooded leopard mink. They are scared, they see him not moving, he's just kneeling there, smiling, and they are scared of what's going on. But they know that Nekomamushi, their leader, is taking care of Perospero, so they need to take care of Pedro, who has saved them so often already. The two instantly start taking care of Pedro. Elsewhere on the second floor, Doflamingo, or Ace, bluffed the Beast Pirates, claiming responsibility for the blast of Conqueror's Haki, which actually came from Big Mom. And as the Beast Pirates can only see the body of Ace and know that he is the child of Roger, they kind of just believe him. And it would make sense for Ace to have this Conqueror's Haki strength if he's actually a child of the Pirate King. Furthermore, Perona actually defeated Ulti, and why shouldn't they claim that the win over Page 1 was also done by them and not by Big Mom? So everybody is scared of Perona and Ace standing there. It's also distracted the Beast Pirates from Perona and Tama, so Perona could take this chance to get into contact with her crewmates and learn if they are doing good, if they won their battles, because they don't know what's going on all over Onigashima. In the right brain tower, Kumashi has reunited with the Heart Pirates, and together they are preventing more Beast Pirates from entering the performance floor. On the third floor, Brook is attempting to flee from the out-of-control flames that Orochi and Black Maria have spread all around Onigashima already. While he's fleeing, he still attempts to freeze some of them, but his ice abilities do exhaust them quite a lot, so he can't just run around using ice for everything that's there. While this is happening, Ors is fighting alongside the Kid Pirates on the fourth floor. Everywhere, havoc is spreading faster than any observer can follow. Everything is seeming to be falling apart, even though overall the alliance seems to be doing good. Onigashima seems to be on the verge of destruction. Down in Tokage Port, Shinobu used her ability to permanently mature the boy's body. Now he looks like he's 28 years of age, like he never time traveled at all. The Beast Pirates start panicking when a dragon appeared out of nowhere. They just think it had to be Kaido. Who else is there that could be like this gigantic dragon? Though Moria, however, quickly notices that this creature can be no one else but Momonosuke. When Moria asks Momo if he is ready to fly him back to Onigashima, the dragon agrees. However, when Moria actually gets on his back and says "let's go," Momonosuke freezes up and refuses to fly due to his acrophobia, a phobia of the air and flying around. He probably developed when he first got his devil fruit or something, but Moria is sure to make a man out of him. And this is all for Shadow Piece from this. And this is all from Shadow Piece for this episode. Next time we're going to see how the battle continues and how Momo will fly Moria up to the battle against Kaido and all of the other things that are happening. And I'm still thinking of what videos I can do on Thursdays now, because there's kind of a lack of One Piece content to talk about. If there's a topic of One Piece that you want me to talk about, why don't you just drop it in the comments down below, and I will think about something that I can actually talk about there and make a video about that. But for now, that's all from me, and I hope all of you stay happy, healthy, and most importantly, cultured. We will see each other in the next video. Until then, this has been Pyro Prima, so all that's left to say is bye!